Welcome back to more Pokemon Black and White 2. So last time, we defeated White Cure of this playthrough, Black Cure in the Black 2 playthrough, and yeah, we defeated Getsus once and for all. So yeah. And yeah, this time, yeah, we're gonna be doing some dailies now. I learned that, yeah, this is actually based on gender, and yeah, we do have some rank 8 shops now, so yeah, that'll be fun to show off. So yeah. Hey, this is exactly where we want to go, so that's good. And that's close to rank 8, even though, again, I don't think it's that useful to us, because, again, yeah, you can't actually, again, lower stats if the Pokemon's happy with you, which is kind of lame, but that's okay. So you want to train Pokemon to make it strong. We do have a Colosseum now, so yeah, that'll be good for that. But yeah, again, a lot of our Pokemon are, like, I think, Capricorn EVs, except for Serena. The Serena's getting very strong if we do decide to do that, so yeah. It does make the battle a bit easier if I do that, so yeah. I think you want to see a girl, so yeah. Oh, good, Genesis Ring again. I could be wrong though, because it's basically 50. Yeah, that was correct. And then, yeah. Easy. I was curious, I looked up some stuff with Jordan every one day, so yeah. Yeah, everyone wants to go to Genesis Ring, I think. Try to get to rank 6. So yeah, now we have the shop is now rank 8, and yeah, of course Janice's ring is rank 8 too, so now we have the Colosseum here. So we can get 3 levels. We can get 32 social defense, I guess. 32 speed, which again, I would like, but again, Ronan can't get it, I'm pretty sure. It's a bit annoying to try to do it like this for a while. So yeah, Ronan can't get that. Lacey can't get that, I think. No, Lacey can get it, nice. So Lacey could get even faster. So there we go. Antonio, I think, is already done, so yeah. So let's see, attack. So yeah, again, Antonio can't use this, I think. Nor can Ronan, so yeah. So again, I guess this is gonna go on to Lacey. If Lacey can use it. She really can. So we don't have to go to Life School just now, Serena, so that's cool, I guess. So there we go. Then we got defense, special attack, which we obviously want on John Tracy as our only pure special attacker here. There we go. Now, yeah, we're gonna. Okay, there's a lot of stats we can get out of this. Speed. Once again, I'll get this to Lacey. Yeah, Lacey's gonna be a lot. Okay, yeah, Lacey's already there. So I guess, yeah, Serena's gonna take this then. So now, yeah, Serena and John Tracy don't have Cat EV, so that's good to know. Yeah, guys, like I said, though, Serena, yeah, they're gonna be very strong, I think. And like I said, yeah, this will make the battles a little bit easier, because with that, yeah, one attempt, I tried, you'll see, it'll also make more sense later, because, yeah, I do have a replay of me trying the single train, because I thought Anti was good enough. I thought it was, and then I found a Sivapore, and then the Sivapore completely destroyed my team, so like, yeah, I'm gonna put John Tracy as the Lacey. I don't think, I had Antonio before, but I don't think I'm going to use Antonio. I think Lacey's way better, so yeah. Anyway, more attack, a lot of attack in fact, so yeah. Serena's always going to love this. Considering I already gave all those EVs to Serena, it might not take too long for them to get a lot, I was going to say strong, attack and speed. Because yeah, I have another battle supply replay the show, that'll be fun, so yeah, because I was able to conquer the single train, so yeah. And because I'm making my Pokemon strong here, it'll become a bit easier another time, so yeah. I also use the different health items too. Actually, yeah, all the Pokemon I'm pretty sure have different health items, so yeah. Alright, let's get some speed. And more attack on Serena. Yeah, Serena's either going to be a speed demon and attack demon in this playthrough, so yeah. Again, I'm pretty happy with just using these. Again, I could also use the Deli to get more stats, but I don't think I need to. I think these gyms will be good enough, so yeah. I mean, they'll be good enough for that. But they're nice for if I want to, like, train a Pokeball specifically for the Battle Supply. So that's why I keep that around, so yeah. And we got the Gallery. Which now is Chunk A, I believe that's new. Yeah, Great Ball. I definitely want to get this Rank. And it also updates to the post game too. A blue shot, I'll definitely take that. Although I think they're good on blue shots now, so yeah. And Wall Hearts goes too. Never could go wrong those either. And the Dirty Stone. There we go. There you go. Once again, those stat boosts, yeah, they are once a week though with my playthrough. So yeah, we actually like lower every stat now, which is nice. But again, like I said, if you can't do it, the Pokemon is completely happy with you, which is the best. So yeah, maybe this upgrade, I think. But I still get ranked in prizes, so yeah. So that's a thing. And yeah, this is now rank 8, the Emporium. And yeah, it sells a souvenir stat with 2 old Gateaus, so why not? I'll take the E for 2. And like I said, I don't think I need the water and the milk, so yeah. Anyway, Berry Shop has Shovel Berries. I mean, we already did have Shovel Berries before. We got Piper Berries and Hapon Berries, that's cool. Yeah, I think Shovel Berries could actually be kind of nice in this team, so yeah. So I'm not opposed to that. And I think the idea is that, yeah, you can use them as a way to, you can use them as a way to, get the momentum on your side, basically, in a battle. That's kind of why you see them used. It's just that, yeah, if the Zero Vector Boot does too much damage, then, yeah, you can get the problem. Anyway, so you can, do this and this, but like I said, yeah, I'm pretty content with. Also, it does give levels too, so that's also nice. Anyway, that's all done. I did set the clock so that we can do the big super small talk together and talk about the new Hidden Grow Pokemon. So yeah, we actually have a lot of Pokemon to talk about today, so that should be interesting. Alright, should we start with the Delva? Let's start with the Delva. So yeah, we'll use Ruin and Antonio together. Although now I think about it, I don't want Antonio to smile, so you know what? Never mind. I can do this though. Because I'm pretty sure these are 2 Dominators, so we always go with that. So anyway, alright, Giantchasm, Hidden Grotto. We're gonna start with probably the most important Pokemon here, Ditto with Imposter. Yeah, now Ditto is actually a good Pokemon. Because yeah, Imposter makes it so that it copies the Pokemon as soon as it's out in battle. No need to, wait for transform. You just do it just like that. The main use of this is with the Choice Scar. Because yeah, if you do that, then yeah, you're guaranteed to outspeed your opponent because Ditto copies the stats exactly. So yeah, unless the opponent also has a Choice Scar. So yeah. They also copy Stat Boost too, so yeah. Ditto's nearly user competitive when there's like a extremely strong sleeper Pokemon. It'll just copy it and then yeah, that'll be it. I think it can also, I feel like it also has some interaction with Dynamax too, which made it very popular in the Star Sword Shield, so yeah. But yeah, awesome ability, makes Ditto way better. And yeah, the Ditto doesn't even need that much stats, all it needs is HP and that's it, so yeah. This could be an option for like the boss of the field team, but yeah, keep in mind though, again, the AI, copying the AI can be good, but I feel like it won't have the same effect as in a single battle, so yeah. I feel like, but again, I still think there's some potential. Anyway, let's go to the absolute worst choice here. Metang with light metal stuff. What do you think about this? is that, yeah, again, what Lionel does is it halves the weight of the Pokemon. But the thing is about Metagross, even if you halve its weight, it's still so heavy that it still takes massive damage from moves like Low Kick and Grass Knot. So basically, yeah, all you're doing is you're making yourself weak to Heat Crush. So, yeah. And if Heavy Summons a move icon in this game, it will weaken the power of that. So, yeah. It does a good ability with pretty much all negatives. So, yeah, that's fun. Especially when compared to Clear Boy, which has some very good positives. So, yeah. So that's a thing. So, yeah, pretty horrible ability to go with that one. I don't know why I would give it instead, considering that, yeah. You know, I'm not so sure, but I get that. I mean, yeah, Heavy Metal probably, because again, it's so heavy anyway that it doesn't really. Again, it wouldn't change how much damage Low Kick and Grass Knot would do, so yeah. And then if it did go Heavy Slam, you even boosted the power of that by quite a lot, so yeah. It become one of the heaviest Pokemon around too if you do that, so yeah. So like a move like Heat Crash, yeah, wouldn't cause you any problems at all, so yeah. So that's interesting to think about. Yeah, imagine if your Metagross got that and Heavy Summon this game. Ooh, but anyway. Then we got Steez with Pickpocket. Pickpocket's strange, where yeah, I'm pretty sure how it works is that if you make physical contact, you can steal the Helldime, but like with a move like Thief, you need to have no Helldime first. There was strategies like this, but they were in Gen 2 with the move Thief, so yeah, I think it's a bit outdated, and Steezel kind of likes having like a Focus Sash or something like that. I mean, it's concealable Helldime, I can definitely see the point. Like, yeah, get a Focus Sash, you use it up, you outspeed, you can steal the Helldime. But yeah, nowadays though, yeah, that's definitely not as good, because you can just use Knockoff and get rid of the Helldime like that. You're about to go down like that, so yeah. I mean, the idea is that, yeah, you can steal the Helldime, but instead of, you know, knock off either getting rid of it, you can actually try and make it yourself. It's just that, yeah, not every Helldime you obviously want to steal is the thing. If it's a choice time, you might screw yourself, so you need to think about that. So yeah, I see the potential though. It's definitely a very interesting ability, so yeah. And kind of unique, not many people get it. I'm pretty sure only by hidden abilities you can get this, so yeah. So yeah, like I said, kind of interesting. Anyway, our last Pokemon is Clefairy with Friend Guard, which becomes unaware when it evolves. There's actually two things to talk about, because the thing about Friend Guard, at least before, I think there is a Pokemon that is fully evolved that has Friend Guard now. I can't remember what it is, but before that though, Friend Guard was only on unevolved Pokemon, so yeah. So if you wanted it, yeah. If you want it, you need to actually force yourself to use something like Clefairy, so yeah. But yeah, Friend Guard though is definitely kind of worth it, because what it does is that in the Dull Battle, it makes it so your partner takes less damage. I believe like 25% or something like that. It's a decent amount. Definitely not a small amount. It could definitely make the difference. So yeah, it's just that, yeah, again, you're forced to run an oval Pokemon to use it is the thing, so yeah. So yeah, that's just something you need to keep in mind. So yeah. I don't know why I did it like this, but oh well. I should have went for Rock Slide, but oh well. That could have actually took it out the full goal, but anyway. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting thing. Again, you're basically forced to use Eevee like that. It's a lot better when it became a lot better when yeah, Clefairy was a fairy type. It's one of the best Pokemon with Friend Guard, so yeah. But anyway, when it's evolved, it becomes Unaware. So Unaware is interesting for Clefairy, or Clefable I should be saying, obviously. It's an interesting choice. Magic Guard I think is more generally useful. Again, Unaware you're mainly using in competitive, because again it stops the set super. By ignoring the stat boost. So again, could be good, but of course Magic Guard's also good. It's definitely not as good in my opinion as Magic Guard. Magic Guard is just, you know, so versatile. Unaware's a lot more niche. But it has been used, and it has been used to some good effects. So yeah, it's definitely not worthless. So yeah. So that's everything I wanted to talk about here. So while we're, you know, disposing of these last trainers, let's talk about something I didn't talk about last time. White Curve a little bit. the thing about White Curve is that people really hate its design. I think before I actually liked what it looked like. I'm not sure if I agree with that nowadays. I can definitely see why people don't like the design. It definitely feels very all over the place. Like, yeah, this is kind of a bad example, but yeah, there's some like Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragons that also, you know, look over designed too, and that's something that comes to mind with White Kieran's design. I don't know though. I can definitely kind of see. I think the weird thing is that again, you think that yeah, a fusion between two Pokemon like that would, you know, result in something like that, but with Black Kieran looks a lot more natural, which is kind of weird. I think it's because, you know, Reshiram does have that more fluffy looking design, so yeah. Lack for a better word, so yeah. And it really meshes with, you know, Kieran's sleeker appearance by comparison, so yeah, and Black Kieran, so yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing. It definitely does seem like an all over the place design, but I do think there is a bit of a cool factor to it, in my opinion, so yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not the best design out there. I feel like there's definitely better ways you could have designed it, but I don't hate it though. That's the thing, sure. So yeah, and of course, yeah, I do like how good of a vocal White Kieran is. I think one of the funny things about it is that with its 170 special attack, it's actually one of the strongest blizzards out there. So strong that you could use gravity to make it so that the blizzards hit both targets. It's one of the strongest ways to use that move. That's really cool. So yeah, and that Pokemon, there's not an ability that starts the battle with gravity. That would be very interesting, especially if the Pokemon learns a ground type move. That would be some pretty insane. That'd be some pretty insane. I'm trying to say that'd be some pretty insane synergy right there. But anyway, we also don't have an ability that does a set trick room. But considering how good that move is immediately, I can kind of see why. So yeah, so that's a thing. Now go for the acrobatics, and there we go. No problem. So they've been Malacca, and yeah, like I said though, before we do head out to the next route, we're going to watch that replay that I did. So yeah, I was able to conquer the single battle. I don't think I could do double battle. I think double battle would be too difficult, but for me at least. Even though I do technically have, I feel like if I do like a Lacey and Serena combination for most battles, that would be pretty good. I'm not 100% sure though, so yeah. And there's no triple or rotation battles, so yeah. So yeah, let's go to our versus recorder. We only save one battle time, by the way, so yeah. Battle video. My videos, so yeah. So up against Ingo, I believe, and yeah, that's his team. Again, we've seen two of those circle before. I didn't know what the last one though was, but yeah, I see that. My team, I actually went with Antonia over Lacey, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it's okay. And yeah, all these circle had different held lines for this battle. So yeah, Subway Boss Inko is the boss of the single battles. His Galvard is the same if you do the multi battles. So because of that, I knew this thing had Focus Blast, so I got the hell out of there. So yeah, I should have used Volt Switch though. I think I was already getting outsped actually now I think about it, so yeah. Because I thought that, yeah, I would need him for later. Luckily that missed, that's good. So I go for the good old Lion Gem Acrobatics. If I had Earthquake, I'll probably use that because I'm pretty sure Bulldoze won't kill. And you see that, almost 6 down 1 hit. He goes to the Psychic. And he has the Black Sludge. So then I just use Bulldoze and take him out. So there we go. Not too bad. Not to a good start. The Cling Clang comes out now. So what I do is, he goes to Shipka. He also outspeeds us too. So I go for the Bulldoze. I think this still have its hidden ability. So I see the Shift Gear, and then yeah, I'm out there. I go into John Tracy. I'm pretty sure it's either going to go for Gear Grind or Giga Impact. I don't know, there you go, Giga Impact. Guys, that move I definitely would have tried to go for it there, but that's okay. So it must recharge. This charge should be able to take it out. We are running the magnet this time, and as you saw there, yeah. Serena was using the flying jump. And yeah, I didn't know he had crystal, but yeah, that's his last weapon. So I decided to switch, predicting an earthquake. Oh yeah, I thought that Serena could handle shell smash better, and yeah, I was right about the earthquake. So go for acrobatics, but it does look like this one's EV for defense. Because of that, it took it quite well. It could also be EV for HP too, and yeah, Stonish does take this out. So I decided to go into Antonia here. Because again, I want, just in case something goes wrong, I want to make sure I do as much damage as possible. We have the life orb, but he has a rocky helmet, which doesn't great, so he takes out the Exquisite. But now he's weakened. I hope that John Tracy could have speed, but yeah, can we? Obviously. As you can probably guess, yep, we have speed, so there we go. You take out the crystal and that'll be it. But like you saw there, yeah, Lacey would be a lot better of a choice in that battle than Antonio. Bravo, your talent has brought you to the destination called victory. However, your journey has just started. When you choose your next destination, go full speed ahead. So there we go. So I managed to conquer both the multi-battle and the single battle. Again, double battle could be more difficult though, because I don't think I have 4 Pokemon that are very good for it. Anyway, I do think that, yeah, at least I need Lacey, Serena, and John Tracy. That's how the team is going to function, so yeah. Anyway, with that done, yeah, we done all the dailies. Let's head out to a new route. So yeah, let's fly. Let's go to Zakanosa Plus. Now it's time to end this. Yeah, I can't believe that, yeah, this playthrough, well, the main story at least, is going to be coming to an end. We still could do a lot in the post-game though, so yeah, I still think that, yeah, this is still going to be probably a few, I make it sound like a few months. It still could be a while before this playthrough comes to an end, so yeah. Anyway. There we go. Now we're going to... Let's go. To our final destination. So yeah, let's get on our bike. There's a N9 here. On the beach. Definitely wouldn't mind getting a hard scales. There we go. So yeah, let's go here. Oh, rusty grass again. I guess I'll go check it out. Yeah, it's another one again. But yeah, considering how good our levels are, I don't think we need to take it on. So yeah, I'm just gonna gather. There we go. Yeah, this level, yeah, I'm pretty sure we are pretty good leveled already, but again, it doesn't hurt to, you know, keep going to the big thing circle. Alright. Super Pelt. I don't have too many of them. I probably want to buy more for, you know, the last dungeon, so yeah. Alright, let's hit it. You get this really awesome music to start with, so yeah. Yes, the team of you and your Pokemon go as hard as you want. They're already fully healed. Yeah, she heals your Pokemon, which is very kind. I'm not going to interrupt the music. We need Cut or Surf. You're also going to have Surf. But I should Cut here. So there we go. Don't need to drop the music. Except for getting the item. Art Scale. Yeah, it's not as good as the song in Black and White 1, but it's still very good though. I must admit. But anyway, a Black Belt to start with. And yeah, let's start the rest of the new Pokemon. There's quite a few of them in this route. Your Pokemon must be really something if you're here on Route 23. Although we've already talked about like a lot of them before. Bouffalant. Now you can get Bouffalant with its regular abilities, and it's also not paying to catch. Those are Reckless and Satsup. Reckless boosts the power's recoil moves, which it gets head charge, which is really good for that. And Satsup gives it a +1 attack if it hits by a grass type move, which is really nice. You get immunity and you get a power boost. So yeah, both abilities have their uses, that's the thing, sure. Reckless is good if you're just using a Reckless's main use is, yeah, if you're using like a choice set, you need the immediate power. And of course, Satsup is good if you want to, you know, stay around, I guess you could say, for a little bit longer. And in terms of moves, again, it does get that nice head charge. It's signature move, 120 power, normal type move. Haha, Pokemon Search Fun. Untype out, null type move, has recoil, so it gets a reckless boost. That's definitely nice for it. You can get Mega Horn very level, you can get Swords Dance very level. So yeah, you got a lot of good moves. And yeah, being a null type Pokemon, its coverage is also very good too. Game moves like, Earthquake, even gets Wild Charge. Too. It can use Rock type moves as well. All those obviously before we get Earthquake. Those are gonna be your main options. And then as for the Mewtwo does, it gets Outrage, which we don't have access to, but yeah, we do have Superpower though. That could be an interesting choice. Unfortunately, when it comes to recoil moves, it does recoil damage, not having a bad second effect. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Use on Headbutts that too. I feel like if there was an ability that boosts the power of headbutting moves, this Pokemon definitely get it. So yeah, I keep time all the times that I won or lost it until now. If I battle against him, one of which number will be increased. And of course the stats. It's one of those, slow null types that hits really hard. It has 110 attack, only 55 speed, but its bulk is not bad. It has 95 HP and defenses, and of course fully social attack is set. So yeah, again, null type Pokemon are definitely a little bit strange to recommend, especially at this point. When yeah, we have a lot of options when it comes to what I'm trying to say, there's just a lot of good options, that's what I'm trying to say here, so yeah. So again, just a regular null type Pokemon, kind of seems like a strange choice, but yeah, you can definitely make it work though. It's definitely one of the stronger options for that, just that it comes in quite late, so yeah. Then we got Slork and we got Throw. So Slork is obviously only in black 2. Unfortunately, we get them very late. One thing that made these Pokemon great in Black White 1, you got them so early, so yeah. So my number of losses went up. I mean, he's actually quite close to our level, so again, I don't know why Gets this was not that high level to be fair. I kind of was expecting to be close to the 60s, so yeah. Which I mean, yeah, 56 is kind of close to that, but anyway. So yeah, Sork. So Sork, one of the cool things about it is Sturdy is its ability, one of its abilities at least. So that means that, yeah, it's an offensive Pokemon that is guaranteed. It basically has a focus sash all the time, and it's an offensive Pokemon. That's a combination that's very good, obviously, so yeah. It's like the Psycho. Hi-ho. So yeah, very strong combination right there. And its moveset is obviously great too. It has close combat. Not much else to say there. Even gets bulk up too, so with the Sturdy, it can set that up. You get basically a 3+1 attack. The only problem is that obviously, yeah, you probably want Sword Stance over that because, which it doesn't get, I'm pretty sure. Because again, you're going to be lowering your defenses if you go for bulk up with close combat, so yeah. And hey, even gets reversal too, that also makes Sword Sturdy. You also get to do it too, I believe, to combo with that as well, so yeah. So again, yeah, a lot of options, that's only the level up moves. Obviously, with TM, you can get ground type moves and rock type moves, the usual obviously. But like I said, there are no swords. This is a Pokemon that definitely will love that. Hi-ho. Is again, how its music goes. You use work up and stuff, bulk up, but yeah, I don't really see the reason to. It seems like all over the place because of that last battle, so yeah, we're level 60 now, that's pretty good. So yeah. So we'll do that. And then yeah, Serena's actually the one who's and then yeah, and John Tree's actually a bit closer to Ronan's. There we go. Alright, let's keep this up. So yeah. You can use Surfer, and it's highly recommended too because you're gonna get a very nice item there. Anyway, that's the Sork. For its Mewtwo moves, there's a lot of good options. All the punches are here. Let's get this first though. Oh, was there something I visited a place like this? This is the least I can do. Take this. Flamethrower! Yeah, that's awesome. I can't change Pokemon, I kept losing. Now it's just one Pokemon on me. I really can't kick the bucket and lead this Pokemon. Yeah, it's an Axorus too, so yeah. Yeah, Flamethrower, yeah. Good old reliable fire type move. It's even good coverage for some Pokemon too, so yeah. Will I be using it? Well, yeah, it depends what my last team member is, doesn't it? So yeah. But yeah, if I was using Chandler, like I was suggesting earlier, yeah, I definitely thought that. This is the consider I perform my most beloved Pokemon. Their punches are good, even gets dual chop too, which is kind of funny. And low kick as well. So yeah. So not too bad options right there. So yeah. Now of course the stats. Sork has 125 attack and 85 speed. Yeah, this thing is very good at what it does. And like I said, basically having a free focus satchel is really nice too. Its Orc is a terrible 75 4 round, and then 30 social attack obviously. Very solid Pokemon. But again, like I said though, it does come in very late is the problem, so yeah. Unlike Black, where yeah, I used it and it was very good, so yeah. Its counterpart's a bit stranger though. Its size much more than Harmony. I did say it's Black 2 only, but yeah, it could also be found in the Rustling Grass in White. So I can definitely see that being the case. I think something funny about that is because I played White first, I thought that Throw evolved to Sork because of the Rustling Grass, so yeah. Initially. But then yeah, I quickly figured out yeah, Sork is Emperor or counterpart Pokemon. Kinda like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, so yeah. Anyway. Speaking of Throw, let's talk about it. So Throw is obviously the slow, tankier version. And it gets Guts for its ability, as one of its abilities. The other one's Inner Focus, just like the Sork. Anyway, here's some Munguses. They're very high levels, so yeah, once again, yeah, you could definitely consider these. Anyway, again, it's slower and has no close combat, instead it gets superpower instead. But there are definitely some interesting things, like it's one of its signature moves, Circle Throw, which forces the Pokemon out after using it. There's some interesting ideas with this, like I heard a Sleep Talk moveset. I don't know if that actually works at Guts. I have no idea if Sleep works at Guts, but if it does, that's actually not too bad to be honest. So yeah. It's not bad, but that's something good. Yeah, you could do, if it does work like that, which again, I'm not so sure if it does, you could do something like either Rest, Sleep Talk, Sucker from Bulk Up, and is a Sork. You could do something like that, but I think, yeah, just, you know, giving it the Flame Orb, or the Toxic Orb, definitely prefer, going for like, you know, Superpower, Ground type move, Rock type move, you'll probably do pretty decently right there, so yeah. And yeah, also there's another secondary that's interesting, Storm Throw. It always crits, and it's 40 power, so it's actually not a bad move because it goes through defense boost, which is kind of nice. And because it's 40 power, it is actually strong on grip rate as well, so that's cool. So yeah. Not as good as a level up moveset, but it's definitely not bad though. And yeah, I can't just said like I said TM, again, you're focusing on those rock moves and ground moves. Oh, what about Terminal now? Unfortunately, again, it's kind of sucky that I get super power. It might get Drain Punch too, which I don't think it does, but it would be nice if it did. Honestly, it's a bit more suited to Bulk Up than its counterpart as well, so obviously consider that. Because you get a bit of level up and it's normally a post-game TM, so yeah, that's good. And yeah, as for the good old Mewtwo moves, it gets, again, the punches. And that's mainly, again, you could use Low Kick if you want, but yeah. Again, those punches can definitely give good Tychosis, so yeah, definitely don't want to sleep on those, so yeah. Alright, with those two talked about, let's talk about Rufflet and Vullaby. So, Vullaby, we already talked a good amount about this Pokemon before, all the way back on Route 4. Now, yeah, you can actually, you know, catch it on the ball form, which is good for the Pokedex, because, yeah, not many trainers use Vullaby and Rufflet outside the battle facility, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, we talked about Vullaby before. Mandibuzz is a very, it's a very passive Pokemon, but it has very good bulk. It can use Foul Play very well. It could also try to use that good bulk to set up a Nasty Plot, because, again, it's actually not too slow at 80 speed, but again, it only has 55 special attack and 65 attack, so yeah, you need to use one of those two things. I mean, you don't have to, but in a single player playthrough, yeah, I would recommend, you know, trying to actually deal damage with it, so yeah. And yeah, if you are trying to set up, Big Pex and Overcoat are probably a little bit better for it, or just tanky in general. I could definitely see Weak Armor being very fun and Nasty Plot, like I mentioned before, so yeah. And again, it does get cool moves for that, like Dark Pulse and Heat Wave, so yeah. So again, yeah, you could get it now, but I think just, you know, giving it Weak Armor and giving it Nasty Plot, I mean, that's the most fun way to use it, and you can actually keep it for almost sticking too, so yeah. Graveyard is pretty similar in this regard when it comes to I mean Waveless is very movement. Okay. Braviary, I'm gonna say something very similar. I can actually see people wanting one of its normal abilities though, and that is Sheer Force. Because it does, technically benefit from this, like with moves like Rock Slide, but it doesn't really benefit for that many moves is the thing. So I just, keep Defiant. Defiant makes you really intimidate, so yeah. And that, it's still the same very decent Pokemon, It's a normal blind type that has very good coverage, which normally they don't. Like, it gets Rock Slide and Superpower, obviously. And obviously it gets Brave Bird too, so yeah. It has a very solid attack stat and a decent seed stat. It can even bulk up too, so yeah. And here's a Mungus. So I'll go for the back-to-backs. So again, yeah, you could definitely, again, you could weigh on this, but again, like I said, I think it's just better just use the one with Defiant that's been with us throughout this whole game using HMUs, so yeah. Label it such a short chain as yourself. And then the last Pokemon is another evolved Pokemon. I label this, so I'm going to give a gift to someone. It's a citrus berries, there we go. I'm lying in wait for ages I hit him. I'm just gonna pull up a bad ambush, right? The other fight there was one there. But anyway, his team 5 Raw. That's actually quite good because no Road Rushing Grass. That could be very nice is the thing, because yeah, again I was talking, we did a movie recently and that one needs us to force our Pokemon, so having Raw for that would definitely be quite nice, so yeah. Anyway, the last Pokemon before the Hidden Grow is Meanshell in the Dark Grass, so if you don't want to deal with Meanfu, there you go. Simple as that, so yeah. Let me just say, I think, again, I was hyping up the Reckless one before, but I'm pretty sure that's a 1% encounter, so again, it's going to be very hard to get. Again, just keeping a general on it is just fine in my opinion, because again, you guys have fun with that with moves like Dream Punch and U-Turn, so yeah. It does feel very well suited to that playstyle with its level up moves, so yeah. Anyway, here I'm at that, but we have something quite big to conquer first, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, let's keep this up. Now we've got the Hidden Grower Pokemon, and we also got this trainer. Oh trainer, mark out the path to victory road. Why don't you show me your true power? So the ones we talked about before was Zangoose and Survivor, I'm pretty sure. The rest are new though, so yeah. Glyco with a Moody, which becomes Poison Heal with the balls. Yeah, Gliscor is already a very tanky Pokemon, so give it, 12.5% HP recovery and make it status root. Yeah, that definitely makes a big difference. I didn't go after this, I'm pretty sure it is the 1% encounter, so yeah, that's why I did decide to do that. And also, yeah, I'm very happy with how Serena's doing this playthrough, so yeah. Yeah, kind of like I was saying before, I do think that the team of 4 beforehand could have done very well, but I do think that, yeah, Serena added quite a bit between then and now, so yeah. I'm never very happy I had them around, but yeah, of course, this is definitely the best ability. And then Hypercar is the second best because it blocks the Terminate basically, so yeah. Then we got Golduck with System. If you're using Rain, this is obviously what you want. Because, in fact, yeah, what's using VUC when they want better System? You have to show me quite that power. Sounds kind of funny. Yeah, that much power though, I'm sure they can use one of these. So there we go, a nice Citrus Berry. Climb the stairs to reach the badge check gates. They do the rights right before you. And yeah, I think we might do that. But first, yeah, let's talk about these Pokemon. Again, Golduck with System, again, when there weren't as many systems around, it was actually using VDC. Because again, systems just that good. It was in Sun and Moon because it teamed up with Philippa in that game, which is kind of funny, so yeah. It's not really not the best system Pokemon around, but yeah, if you want to get the most out Golduck's offenses, this is the ability to go for. And again, Drizzle is a thing in this game technically, so hey, you could use it with that. And finally, Absol with Justified. I can definitely see some people saying this is the best one because all the swords just have this ability. I don't actually know that yet. You hit by a dart type, if you get +1 attack, Absol does resist dart, so it's technically kind of good. It's not very bulky though, is the thing, unlike the Swords of Justice though, so again, it could be good because again, 3 +1 attack, then after that you can go for stuff like Sucker Punch. for priority and stuff like that, I can definitely see that being kind of good. But again, it's kind of a whatever ability. You can get it if you want, but it's not necessary, I think Super Luck does just fine, especially considering that, yeah, it's kind of forced into using stuff like Night Slash, so yeah. But anyway, let's go up here. Because someone's waiting for us. It came. The Pokemon League is just past City Road. Pokemon battles do nothing more than hurt Pokemon. That's how I understood, and that's why I hated battles, but it's not that simple. Pokemon battles decide winners and losers, is true. Yet they do so much more. Your Pokemon, you, your opponents, and their Pokemon. Everyone can see what wonderful things the others have to contribute. That's right, accepting different ideas, different beings, changes the world like a chemical reaction. Pokemon battles like a catalyst, a small component that leads to big changes. My friend Reshan told me that. And it's the formula I derived from trapping the world. I want you to think for yourself about what it means. Here, take this with you. The Infinity Road has areas that are only accessible with Waterfall. Hatred 5 Waterfall. Yes, if it's your Pokemon you'll get past the Pokemon League and recognize your own truth. That's why I see in store for you. Alright. And that's a better move than Aqua Tail too. Aqua Tail is very strange because you get 10 extra power compared to Waterfall in exchange for 9% accuracy, so yeah. So that's a thing. Yeah, here we go. Let's go with Waterfall. And yeah, I want this some robots, because here's the funny thing. With this team layout, if I get Flash to Antonia, we have all the HM moves for our Victory Throw. So yeah, you can just keep all these Pokemon around, which is awesome. So yeah, a Waterfall in hand. I think what we're gonna do is I think we're actually gonna explore with Waterfall first. The first area we need to go to, I believe, is Sassy Town. So yeah, and we're gonna be doing this in the next part because yeah, we're going on for a decent amount of time now. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do everything with Waterfall. I think that's what I should try to do, and then next time, and then the part of that, I think we'll explore that area of the route that I decided not to go to. That area, yeah, it's a bit infamous, so yeah. But anyway, with that done though, next time on Pokemon White 2, we're going to be exploring the world with our new waterfalls. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.